What's up, YouTube? Got some interesting stuff to show you today. So I was contacted by a cool dude. He was like, "Hey, I want to be a dealer for you." I was like, "That's cool. Let's make some stuff that you want then." So this then is going to be the first official Fair and Forged Knife Works model, and it's kind of an interesting thing. First time I've done a friction folder. And you'll see a lot of makers do friction folders because they are inherently legal in every country. Everybody allows you to have a friction folder. But there are places like the UK where you can't have a knife that locks. And that's kind of annoying for a knife maker that usually makes folders that lock. So the friction folder, which is really, really old. I mean, there are, I want to say, 8th century BCE examples of Chinese friction folders. I'm pretty sure I'm right. I don't know. I do a lot of research into knife history, and so I learn these interesting little tidbits. But they do kind of clobble together a lot. Clobble? I made that word up right now. So, friction folder, carbon fiber scales, little titanium clip there. Pretty fancy friction folder. I'm not gonna mince my words here. So we got a little bottle opener here, and I've done a guard on it, and so this kind of works in two ways. So when you're in bottle mode, right, it keeps you from opening the knife as you're prying open bottles, and then when you're in knife mode, most friction folders rely on the tang extension part being there with your thumb or hand pressure on it to keep the blade from folding down. And the more that I looked at it, the more I thought about it in terms of design, I was like, I don't like that at all. It still presents a lot of opportunity for your knife to close on you in certain circumstances that you may find yourself in when cutting things with a knife. Lord knows I have. So I'm a big fan of doing guards on folding knives anyway, and I do them on non-flippers and flippers alike. And it's actually rare when I don't put a guard on one. And so I was like, you know what? If I throw a guard on there, then it makes it impossible to close it on your hand. How smart. I know what you're thinking. So concerned for our fingers he is. And it's true. Because I don't make knives that I wouldn't want to use. So this is a teeny tiny little guy. So this blade is 2 inches long, and the handle is only 3 1/4, maybe 3 1/8. Tiny compared to most stuff. But chisel ground tanto, organoform everywhere. Right? Large, the wide organoform on the carbon fiber. Kind of cool. There's a lot of writing on there. The Fair and Forged Knife Works logo, blade steel, what number it is, since I'm going to number all these bad boys. And then I signed and dated as well. And maybe one day these will be signed and dated by The Apprentice, also known as my brother, because he probably will be in charge of doing a lot of work on these as we produce more, should the need arise. But so I showed this little dude to my wife, and she went apeshit over it, because you know, she is my wife, so I've taught her a lot about knives, but she still sometimes is confounded by complicated lock mechanisms like frame locks. I hope she doesn't see this. But so I'm in the process of making her one as well for her birthday present, because I'm a cool husband like that. But anyway, moving right along. So I'm kind of excited about this little guy, and this was designed specifically to fit in that watch pocket in front of in your jeans and stuff. So it fits in there nicely. I don't think I'm wearing pants with one. No, I'm not. But it'll fit right in that little watch pocket, right in the front. So that's that. Some other stuff that my soon-to-be dealer of a bike, was a 3-inch version. I've showed you like previews of these guys, but now they're all done, all organoformed up, all sharp, sort of shiny. Right, and then I also get the Ferrum Forge Knifeworks logo, the steel AR, a number, and I signed and dated them as well. So, and my guy wanted to make the sheaths for these himself. And more power to him. One less thing I have to do. Here's the dagger version all finished up. Definitely very unusual looking. Organoform has that effect. But even just being plain steel without any handle scale, these are actually still really comfortable. I would totally carry and use these. 3-inch blades. Well, a little under 3-inch blades. 3.5-inch handles. This one has a prying pommel on it, so you're less tempted to pry with that end. Alright, so when this is in a sheath, you can actually use that as the handle. Push it with it. Because yes, that was designed for, well, when I came up with that idea, it wasn't like a rocket science idea, it was just like, maybe I should use the butt end to pry stuff with. So I had firefighters were actually asking me for stuff like that. So there they are, just about ready. And they hopefully will be getting shipped out tomorrow. That would be cool. What else do I have to show you real quick? Yeah, not much. But I mean, it's a gong show here. And yes, I'm listening to dubstep in the background, in case you're wondering. I rock that in my shop. But that's it for right now. I'm sure I'll have more stuff finished up this week to show you. So, take care, YouTube.